Hello everyone, you are welcome to yet another video of BuildPro Global Enterprise YouTube channel. This is the second part of the video series showing you how to draw a simple floor plan like this using AutoCAD under 7 simple steps. The steps were subdivided into 3 separate parts. In the first part of the video, we were able to do those basic settings necessary to start drawing AutoCAD. We thereafter drew the walls of our floor plan. In this second part of the video, we will cover how to insert doors and windows into our drawing. After that, we will insert blocks into the floor plan. In the third and the last part of the video series, we are going to learn how to insert text, draw grids in our floor plan, and finally dimension the drawing. Okay, the link to the other part of this video series will be left in the description section of this video. Do endeavor to check it out and watch the other parts as well for full comprehension. Now, we are going to insert doors and windows. But before we do that, we need to create a space or opening in our wall where we can place those doors and windows. Thereafter, we will now draw the doors and windows and place them in the openings. There are 3 types of doors that I'm going to insert in this particular floor plan. The first one is the main entrance door. I'm going to make it 4 feet. That's 1200 millimeters. Then the second type of door will be the door to the 2 bedrooms I have over here and the kitchen. I'm going to create a door of 3 feet. That's 900 millimeters. And the third category of door will be the door to my toilet and probably the door from the kitchen leading to the sit out over here. And it's going to be 750 millimeters. I'm going to have 3 categories of windows also. The first one will be a window of 4 feet, that's 1200 millimeters. The second one will be 900 millimeters, that's 3 feet. And the last category of window will be a window of 600 millimeters or 2 feet window. So without any waste of time, let me start creating these openings before I come and create the doors and windows and place them in the opening. Now to do that, let me pick the line command over here. I will need to create an opening here. This is my veranda. I will now click here and draw a line that will reach this place. Let me hit escape. Now this opening is going to be here and it's 4 feet, that's 1200 millimeters. Let me now pick my offset command, which is located on the home tab. I'll click on it and specify the offset distance, which is 1200 millimeters. I'll type that on my keyboard and press enter. And then click on this line here and offset. Let me hit escape. I'll now use the trim tool. The trim tool is found over here under the home tab. I'll now come over here and click on this part that I want to trim. I've now created an opening here. Now the next opening I will need is this passage over here. There should be an opening over at this passage over here from the living room over here before gaining access into these 2 bedrooms. To do that, I'll simply extend these lines. This vertical line reaching this horizontal line so that I can be able to trim it. So I'm going to use the extend tool. The extend tool can be found at the modify group where we have trim. If I click this little arrow here, you can see the extend tool here. I'll click on the extend tool, then I select the object I want to extend. I'll click on it to extend it, then I extend this other one also. I'll now hit escape after extending the 2 lines. I want to trim this line. I'll now pick my trim command and trim it. So when you are drawing and you want to show that you have an opening over here, usually you make this line to be less in thickness than the line of the wall. So I'm going to reduce the thickness or line width of this line here. I will have to highlight it. I'll now go over to my properties group, still on the home tab. The properties group is located here. I'll click on this place. This is where we have our line weight. Now the current line weight is 0.6 millimeters, so I'm going to reduce it to 0.15 millimeters. I'm now going to copy this line and take it to this edge here. So I'll highlight the line. Then I look for the copy command, or I simply type CO on my keyboard and press enter. I'll now specify the base point. I'll pick the line from this part over here. I'll click, then I move down and place it, and now hit escape on my computer keyboard. Now I'm going to create openings here and here, just like I did in this place. I want my door to flush with this wall, so I'm going to extend this wall right to this part, okay, so that I can offset it upward. So I'll look for the extend tool, where I simply type EX on my keyboard and press enter. Then I click on the line I want to extend. Let me click on this other one as well. Then I press escape on my computer keyboard. I now pick the offset command by typing O on my keyboard and pressing enter. Now I want to create an opening of 900 millimeters. That's 3 feet. I'll now type 900 millimeters and press enter. Now click on this line here and offset. Now click this offset and press escape on my computer keyboard. I now need the trim tool to take off this line that is extending. I now go to my modify group and click on the trim command, and I'll now trim this other parts that I don't need. Now, not to waste your time, I'm going to go ahead and create all the other openings just like I did here, and return after I finish creating all the various doors and window openings. Welcome back. So I've created all the various windows and doors openings of various sizes. Now what I'm going to do next is I need to change my layers to that of doors and windows. Remember, in the first part of the videos we created layers for the various parts of our drawing. That's the walls, the windows, the grids, text, like that. So since I've finished drawing my walls, I'll now change my layer to that of doors and windows. Okay, so to do that, on my home tab over here, I'll go to the layers group here. I'll now change it to, since I'm starting with windows, let me change it to windows first. Okay, so I'm now on the windows layer, so I can start drawing my window now. I now click on my line. Let me draw it over here. Click on the first point and now move away. The first window I want to draw is the 4 feet window, which is 1200 millimeters. So I'm going to type 1200 millimeters on my keyboard and press enter. The line now breaks at that point. Okay, I'll now move downward and type 230 millimeters. 230 is my wall thickness. Okay, I'll now press enter. I'll go this way and still type 1200 millimeters and press enter. And now close it like this and hit escape to move out of the command. Okay, so this is my window of 4 feet, that's 1200 millimeters. I'm not through with the drawing yet. I'm going to offset. To offset, I'll press O on my keyboard and press enter. I'm going to offset 80 millimeters inward so I can have my window sills. So I'll click here, then I'll come downward and click. I'll click on this wall as well, then I'll go up and click. I'll now press escape on my computer keyboard. These two lines here are my window lines, so I need to make it a bit bolder than the other two lines. So I'm going to increase this line weight. Presently it's at 0.15 millimeters. So I'll highlight these two lines and go over to my properties group. It's located over here. So I'll change the line thickness to 0.3 millimeters. Now let me change the color as well. Still on the properties group, I'll click on color over here. Let me give you this navy blue color and now press escape on my computer keyboard. I'm not through with the window yet. Let me create my window frame. To do that, I'm going to offset 50 millimeters. I'll type O on my keyboard and press enter. Then I type 50 millimeters and press enter again. Then I select this object I'm going to offset 50 this way, 50 this way, and now press escape after offsetting all I need. Now let me pick my trim command under the modify group here. I'll click, then I'll come over to these edges here and trim out the places I don't need. Okay, so let me press escape on my keyboard. Now I'm going to make this line the same thickness with this other one here. So instead of selecting the lines one after the other, I'm going to the properties group to change the line weight. What I need to do is to match the properties of the two lines. There's a command known as match properties. It's still located at the properties group. If you're on the home tab, you come over to match properties over here and click on it. I'll now select the source object. This is my source object, so I'll click on it. Then I'll select the destination object. Destination object is the object I want to make it look like this other one I just click on right now, which is this. So I'm going to click on the line. It's now having the same properties with the source object. I'll now come to the other part here and still give it the same properties. Okay, so I'll press escape after finishing everything. I'm done with this window right now. So in the same vein, I'm going to pause this video and create the other two types of window. Then I'll return after I finish everything. Okay, you're welcome back. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to convert these windows I created into blocks so that I can easily access them anytime I need it. To convert these windows into blocks, you need to highlight the window. Okay, so I'm starting with this window. That's 1200 millimeter window. After highlighting, I now come over to the block group, which is over here. It's found under the home tab. Come to the block group, then you click on this icon here, which is create, to create a new block. I'll click there, then I give the block a name. I'm going to give it the name 1200 millimeter window. Then I specify the base point by clicking on pick point over here. Then I'll choose the base point for this block over here at this angle. After clicking on my base point, I'll be brought back to this dialog box and now click on OK. So I've made this 4 feet window into a block now. You can see it now highlighting at the same time as I hover over it. So it's now a block. This other one that is not a block, you can see it highlighting differently. In the same vein, I'm going to convert these other two windows to a block, just like I did with this 4 feet window. Okay, so these 3 windows have been converted to blocks. So even if I delete everything now, I can still access the windows anytime I need them under my block group. So let me erase the windows. I want to insert a 4 feet window or 1200 millimeter window. All I need to do now is to go to my block group and click on insert. You can see I have 1200 millimeter window here. So I'll click on it and my block will be brought back. So I'll now choose where I want to place it and click. Now this window is horizontal while my wall is vertical. So I need to rotate the window so it can fit into this window opening. Now to rotate, I will have to highlight the window first of all. Then I go over to the modify group. Over here, you can see we have the rotate command here. I'll click on rotate. I'll now come over here. AutoCAD is asking me to specify base point. I'll now choose this H as my base point. I'll now click and move away to start rotating the window to the direction I want. I want it this way, so I'm going to click here now. After rotating the window, I can now easily move it into place by highlighting it. Then I use the move command to move it. The move command is still under the modify group. You can see it here. I'll click on move and then choose a base point on my window. I'll click here as my base point and now move it to the edge of the wall here and place it. So what I need to do next is to copy this window into the other openings of the same size. I'll now highlight the window Then I pick the copy command. I can equally type CO on my keyboard and press enter to activate the copy command. I'll now click on the window over here and copy it all around and press the escape key after copying everything. I'll now rotate or flip all the windows so that they can fit into the openings properly. As for this window, I don't need to rotate it. Let me highlight it and move it into place using the move command. This one also, I don't need to rotate it. I simply move it into place. I'll need to flip this other window. And now use the move command after rotating it to move it into place. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the remaining windows. Now I've finished placing all the windows of 1200mm size. So I'll go over to my block, that's my block group, and insert the other sizes of windows. That's the 900mm window. So I'll come over here and click on block, and now click on my 900mm window. I'll now highlight the window and rotate it so that it can fit well into the wall. I'll now move it into place by using the move command. So this is my 900mm window. I'll do the same thing for this window that is 600mm. I'll come over to my insert block and click on 600mm window. Then I choose this place as my base point and place the window. So I've finished inserting all the windows of my building plan. The next thing I need to do now is to create doors. So just like I did with these windows, it's the same thing I'm going to do with my doors. I'll create my doors, make them into blocks, then I insert them one after the other into the building. Let me start creating this first door here. This is a door of 4 feet, that's 1200mm. Now let me pick my line command over here. I'll come right to this place. I'm going to click and move this way and type 1200mm. I then press enter on my computer keyboard. I now move upwards and type 230mm and press enter. That's my wall thickness. I now come this way and type 1200mm. I then press enter and now come downward and close the drawing. I want to create a double swing door here because it's the main entrance door to this building. Now what I'm going to do next is to offset 50mm. I'll type 50mm and press enter and offset 50 all round and press escape after I'm done. Now I'm going to offset 900mm again. I'll type O on my keyboard and press enter to activate the offset command, and then type 900mm and press enter on my computer keyboard. And I now offset 900mm inward. The first lever of my door is starting from here to here, that's 900mm, while the smaller leaf would swing from this line to this line. Now let me trim out unnecessary lines that I don't need. By picking the trim command, I'll click on trim and now come and trim out all the unnecessary lines I don't need. Now this is where my door starts and this is where it ends. Now let me draw the door leaf. Let me pick the line command by typing L on my computer keyboard and pressing enter. Then from the middle of this door frame, that's where my door will swing. I'll click and move upward and type 850mm and press enter. Then I escape. I'll draw this other door as well. I'll pick the line command. Then from the middle here, I'll click and move upwards. Then I type 250mm this time around instead of 300mm because the door frame, which is 2 inches, has occupied part of the 300mm space. Then I press enter on my computer keyboard. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is to create a path for this door as it swings downward, and this other one as well, which is an arc. So I'll go over to my draw group. The draw group is on the home tab. Then I come over to this part where I have arc. I'll click on this little arrow here. Then I select center, start, end. Okay, to draw an arc. Now I'll click on it. Then you can see on my mouse pointer or crosshair, I'm being asked to specify center point of the arc. So if I'm drawing an arc from here to this place, this is where the center will be. So this is my center. I'll click on it. I'll now specify the start point of the arc. I'll move upward and click on the start point of the arc. So I'll now specify the end point of the arc. I'll now come this way and click on the end point over here. So I'll do the same thing for this other leaf of the door. So in the same way, the way I created this 4-feet door, I'm going to create the other doors like this. These are the various doors I created, and I want to make them into blocks now. And to do that, just like we did with our windows, I'll just highlight the door and come over to the block group and click on create block. Then I give this block a name. Then I specify the base point. I'll now click at this end here. I'll be taken back to this dialog box after picking my base point, and I'm now click OK. I'll do the same thing for the other doors. I'll highlight the doors. Then I go to create block. Give the block a name, 900mm door. I'll specify a base point by clicking on pick point here. I'll click here. Then I click OK. I'll do the same thing for this other window. Okay, so these 3 doors now, I've now made them into blocks. So without any waste of time, let me start placing the various doors into their appropriate places. Starting with the main door here, I'm going to highlight this door. Then I'll use my move command here. I'll now choose a base point. Okay. I'll do the same thing for the other doors. Now I need to make a copy of this door. I'll now highlight it and come over to my copy command here. And now move a copy of it over to this place. I'll now place another instance over here and another instance over here. They are all the same 900mm door. I'll now press escape on my computer keyboard. I'll now come over to this door and rotate it so that it can fit well. I will highlight it, then I pick the rotate command. I'll now specify a base point on the door and rotate it. Now this time around, I'll need to use the mirror command alongside. I want the door to swing from this place, right like this, to this wall. I want it to be leaning on this wall. So I'll highlight this door and use the mirror command. This is the mirror command under the modify group. Then I'll move over to my door and select the base point. I'll click, then I'll move away to a reasonable distance and click again. Now I'm being asked if I should erase source object. That is, do I want to erase this very particular door? That is my source object. If you want to erase it, you click on yes. If you don't want to erase it, you click on no. But in this case, I want to erase it, so I'm going to click on yes. I can now move this door into place. So to do that, I'll highlight the door, then I'll use my move command. By simply typing M on my keyboard and pressing enter, I'll now specify the base point. I'll pick the door by this angle here and I'll move it into place. So not to waste your time, I'm going to do the same thing again for the remaining doors and put them in place. So I'll finish inserting or placing all my doors into place. Now we are now through with creating and inserting all our doors and windows. The next thing we are going to do now is to bring in blocks into our floor plan. Blocks that will represent household furniture, plumbings and fittings. I do copy these blocks from some previous drawings that I did earlier on into any new drawing that I'm doing. You can just do a simple Google search, go to Google and type free AutoCAD blocks. There will be so many sites where you can go and download all these blocks free of charge. You can download them and keep them in a folder somewhere for future use. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to import blocks from a certain drawing I did earlier on. I'll simply head over to open. Okay, on my menu button over here, I'll click and come to open. Now I'm going to locate the drawing. Now on this directly over here on my computer drawing, this is the drawing over here. Okay, I'll click on it, then I click on open to open it. Now this drawing is opening alongside the other drawing I was working on. You can see this is the new drawing I opened over here with the name block. This other one here is the drawing I was working on. Let me come back to this drawing I just opened. If I want to copy some blocks like this one over here, representing furniture into the drawings I'm doing presently. Now to do that, I'll simply tile my window vertically or horizontally by going to the view tab. I'll click on view tab, then I'll come to tile vertically. Now all the windows I've opened will be tiled vertically. Now this is the drawing I'm working on presently, and this is my start page. And this is the drawing I want to copy some blocks from. Now to copy this block, I'll simply highlight the block I want to copy and drag it over to the window of the drawing I'm working on and release it, and the block will be copied into that drawing. Now let me copy these other two sitters as well by highlighting them, then I drag them over to the drawing I want to copy them in. Release it to place the furniture. So I also need a dining table and chairs over here. I'll click on it and drag it into my drawing. Let me also pick this bed. I'll click on it and drag it over to my drawing. In the same way, I'm going to pick or copy everything I want. When I'm through with copying everything that I want, I'll now close this window here. Then I maximize the window I'm working on here. I can now easily arrange these blocks. Now what I'm going to do next is to take this dining table into my building here. I'll now select the dining table and pick my move command and move it into the building. I'll now highlight it once again and pick the rotate command so I can rotate it properly. Now I'm left with my bed over here. I will now copy it into my building. I'll place another instance here again. Then I press escape after I'm done. I can now delete this. So that's how to copy blocks from another drawing to set up your own drawing. You can as well download these blocks from the internet using a simple Google search. In the next video of this series, which is the third and the last part of the video series, we will insert text, we will draw grids on our floor plan, and finally dimension the floor plan. You can click on the suggested videos that will be shown at the end of this particular video to watch the other parts of the video series. You can as well go to the description section of this video for links to the other parts. Do endeavor to check it out. Please consider subscribing to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Like, share and comment in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye.